Hi guys, Frankie Pozos here again, and I'm here to do another cool, weird video for you. Tonight, I'm going to show you my autographed DVDs and Blu-rays. I have a lot of them, but I just broke it down to my favorite ones, the more popular, cool ones that people might like. So, let's get to it. First up, let's show you one of my favorite ones I've ever owned. Here you go. Rocky, signed by Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, this is pretty, reflective guy. At one time, Sylvester Stallone was doing a Q&A or introduced the movie for the AFI series, and he introduced it, and he came out, talked about Rocky and stuff, and I was like, I gotta just bring this, just in case, he might sign it, you never know, and he was walking down, and I was like, this is my chance, so I just ran, and I'm like, can you, Mr. Stallone, may you sign it? Can you sign my DVD? And he's, oh, right, yeah, you signed it, and he was really cool about it. I mean, you could see he was busy, he wanted to do his thing, go away, but, I mean, he signed it, and he gave it to me. It wasn't like, get out of here, get the book out of here. So, I mean, boom, Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. Excellent. Next up, we got Total Recall, signed by Paul Verhoeven, the director of RoboCop, Starship Troopers. And I got this signed by him. It was a screening for Total Recall, and he did a Q&A, and right afterwards I got it signed. I know it's a little hard to see, like, since Paul Verhoeven, and it's dark, but, you know, I got it signed. I don't know. I wanted to get it, you know, I could have brought Starship Troopers, but the screen was Total Recall. I don't like bringing movies that are not for the movie that I'm here for the Q&A. You know, I just don't feel that's right. I don't know. Some other people just bring out, like, a stack of DVDs, and that's like, come on, man. That's not right. Anyway, Total Recall. Next up. Okay, I'm a huge fan of Albert Brooks. Have you ever seen his stuff, for Defending Your Life, to Mother, to a lot of his earlier stuff? Or to Drive. I just like his stuff. He's comedic, scary, intense. I like his stuff, and one of my favorite movies is Defending Your Life, and I got it signed by him. A little signature there. You can see the little doodle there, and you're like questioning, like, wait, why did he sign right there? And I was like, well, he was signing his book, and I went to this book signing, and I just brought this just in case. And it was one of those things like you can only get the book signed, only the book. And I was like, okay, let's just try it out. Let's see what happens. And so I saw someone else slide something else, like a comedy album, and he signed it, and I was like, alright, this is my chance. And so right when I got the book signed, I slid this in, and he signed it. But people kind of looked at me like, what the hell? And they kind of pushed me away, but I got it signed, and I got it, and I ran away, and I'm like, and I got your book too, thank you, you know, so, Next up is To Live and Die in L.A., signed by William Friedkin and William L. Peterson. You know, William Friedkin, director of Exorcist and, you know, The French Connection, and Killer Joe, and many other great films. Oh, also, The Sorcerer, which just recently come out. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. And William L. Pearson, you know, CSI, come on. William L. Pearson, Manhunter. Manhunter's my favorite movie of all time, if you really know about me. So I got this signed by them. It was at a Q&A for To Live in L.A., and William L. Pearson was there, and I just like, I gotta get there. Both signatures, got their signatures to William L. Pearson. When I was a kid, I used to love this film. I used to watch it all the time. I mean, I still love this film. And he was like, oh, you must have been a little guy. And I'm like, yeah, the 80s, yeah, I was a little tiny toddler, and I was watching guys get blown away and shot and boobs and stuff. Anyway, To Live in L.A., awesome film if you haven't checked it out. This should totally be a television show. It probably will be a television show because it's just intense, crazy, fun. To Live and Die in L.A. Next up, we got this cool guy right here. Tyson, signed by Mike Tyson and James Toback, right? Yeah, Toback. Director, writer, does a lot of other cool stuff. Did this documentary about Tyson. He was doing a signing, and Mike Tyson came along as well. And I got it signed by both of them. It was a crazy signing because it was, you know, Mike Tyson's a huge star, and they didn't want you to bring any, you know, memorabilia there where he was just signing the Blu-ray. And there's a whole entourage of people. And this was before he really did The Hangover. You know, he kind of did The Hangover, but he didn't have this resurgence of seeming like he can normally talk. He seemed like a crazy person at this time still. But he was nice. He was like, oh, how you doing, ma'am? How you doing? Like, ma'am to me, no, to my mom who came with me as well. How you doing, ma'am? Oh, I'm a guy. I'm gonna kill you if you don't. Yeah, no. So anyway, Mike Tyson. Very cool one that I like, and it's a cool film if you haven't checked out. It's very low under the radar, but it's a very nice one, you know. Next up, we got Michael Cimino's Heaven's Gate, signed by Chris Christopherson. Chris Christopherson, if you don't know who he is, get the hell out. Musician, songwriter, actor, everything. Anyway, he was doing a signing, singing concert, And afterwards, I was like, maybe I can get this signed. I just brought this just in case. You know, you never know. And he was signed for other people as well. So I'm like, oh, I gotta get this signed. This is the thing to get signed. So I brought it. And I'm like, can you sign this, Mr. Christopherson? And he's like, oh yeah, totally. And he just signed it. And I talked to him about Pee-wee's, you know, Big Top Pee-wee. Yeah, that he said so many things. And I talk about Big Top Pee-wee. You can see where my mind is and where I'm going with my life. But you know, I didn't talk about me and Bobby McGee. I just talked about that. But he was a really nice guy, and he was really cool. If you haven't checked out Heaven's Gate, it's not a great film, but it is an experience, if you understand what I'm saying. So check that out, Heaven's Gate. Next up, Insidious. I got this signed by Lynn Shay, who plays the Doctor Lady. I got it signed by Ty Simpkins, who's the kid who is in Iron Man 3 and going to be in Jurassic World, so he is going to become something. This kid signature I have here will become worth a lot when he becomes the next Christian Bale. Just saying. And then I also got it signed by the guy who played the old lady. I know that was a guy, old lady in the first one, not the second one, the first one, and I got his signature. He was it's scary. He's still scary, the old lady in that, the first one, not the second one. The second one wasn't that scary. The first one, that was the one. It's like, you can't make it. I'm like, ugh. And I also got it signed by the Red Demon guy. Where is it? Boom, boom. Right in there. I got it. It's one of those slip things. And he was a cool dude. He's the composer. Joseph Bashira. Yeah. Insidious. There was a signing group of them for the Blu Ray release. And so I got that signed. Next up. Ooh. This is one of my favorites. Danny Boyle for Sunshine. Sunshine is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a perfect sci-fi horror craziness and about spirituality while also being freaking scary as well. I really like Sunshine. I thought it was going to be a ridiculous idea, restarting the sun, but awesome. And this is the film that pretty much put Chris Evans as a believable hero, because beforehand he was, you know, Johnny Storm, a hotshot guy, you know, that kind of guy, like, hey, what's going on, like a Ryan Reynolds. But this is the movie, if you watch it, he is a hero that's going to become Captain America. This guy. Boom. And then, of course, Cillian Murphy, or Cillian Murphy if you want to pronounce it that way, and a lot of other great actors. Check this out if you haven't seen it. Sunshine. He was doing a Q&A, and I just ran up and got this signed. Sunshine. Sunshine. Who else I got? Oh. Well, my favorite thing is, I always love the movie Return of the Living Dead. It's an awesome horror comedy. It just, mostly horror, because it really frightens me. I know there's some wacky things there, but it just scared me. I just believe it's more possible than the other zombie films. Anyway, I always, as a kid, I always loved it, so I always went to any events they had like in the old days, maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Anytime the cast came together and did a revival or, you know, reunion Q&A, I would go, and I brought my DVD, and I would always try to get it signed by anybody. And one time I got the director, Dan O'Bannon, who passed away sadly. I got a lot of other, the Tar Man, Linnea Quigley, William Stout. I got his autograph as well. A lot of the great guys that got their signatures on this guy. And then there was also another signing that I couldn't go at one time, like a while back when they re-released the DVD in a different different cover than this, and I just bought it online because I know I've met most of these people or seen most of the people or talked to most of these people. So I just I'm just gonna buy it, you know. So I bought this guy that's signed by all these other autographs. So I got like a mega sign thingy like that. So you could see like I'm a kind of fan, maybe. It's Return of the Living Dead. And if you haven't seen Return of the Living Dead, see it. Come on, see it. This is one of my favorites movies. So it's got the Frank seal. I know it's worth nothing. You can't redeem the Frank seal, but I mean, hopefully one day it'll become as powerful as the Oprah Book Club. So, Return of the Living Dead. Check it out. And then last but not least, one of my... Oh, this is second to last. Okay, let's do this one. World's End. Yeah, signed by Edgar Wright. I got his signature. It slides out right there to Frankie, Edgar Wright. He was doing a signing at Amoeba Records, and I've got a lot of other signatures of his. Let me see if I have them right here. Yeah, Frankie for Hot Fuzz. I got some Scott Pilgrim stuff. Yeah, yeah. So you can see I'm a super fan of Edgar Wright because he's a really good director. You understand? He's also he's a film fan, but also not what he creates isn't just a copy of something that already existed. He makes it his own, which is a very awesome thing. Not a lot of directors can pull that off. Anyway, he was doing a signing, got this signed, and awesome. Really happy about that guy. And then last, but certainly not least, James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy. Got that signed by him. And the coolest signature he writes, "We are Groot." So I am Groot in the end, you know. It makes me cry. Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a great film. He was doing a signing at Amoeba as well. And I just had to go and get this signed by James Gunn. I canceled everything I had to do. Didn't get paid that day. Maybe lost my job. But was it worth it? Yes, it was, to get this signed by James Gunn. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's just a great science fiction comedy film. And it's a Marvel film, so you got some superheroes there. You know, a talking raccoon, a talking tree. What can you go wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Guardians of the Galaxy, signed by James Gunn. So there you go. Those are most of my signed Blu-rays and DVDs that are my more popular ones. There's other little guys I can show you here and there. If I've maybe later down the line, I might do one. But there you go for now. I'll be back. I'm not going anywhere now. My name's Frankie, and I guess that's it. Until we meet again. Don't know when. Don't know when. That's not how the song goes. I messed up the song. Well, I love you guys. I really do. And have a great day, great night, and always be fighting. Because, I don't know, just always be fighting. Have a great one. Bye.